Hi Aquarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of March 7th to the 13th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is general for the week for the sign of Aquarius. So simply take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. And as well, I want to thank you in advance for your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. Join this Aquarian tribe. Remember to stick with me to the very end of this reading, this video, to get an answer to your own yes or no question. So make sure to think of it along the way as we make our way through this reading. So the overall message I received for you, Aquarius, from channel from Spirit, preparing for a deep dive, preparing for a deep dive. In the song that Spirit chose on shuffle to speak upon your week, Make the World Move, featuring CeeLo Green, by Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera, so Make the World Move. It's such a good song. I'll leave it down below for you to listen to, look up the lyrics, however you want to go about it. And let's pull the beginning messages from the Divine Animals Oracle deck. Let's do some shuffling. For my lovely Aquarians to begin for this upcoming week. Okay, we have two coming out. We have the Soul Butterfly as well as Creation Snake. Definitely makes sense speaking upon your week as we do talk about you going through a transformation, you going through a soul development in one way, shape, or form, or multiple soul developments. Creating this week, talking about, going back to the overall message, you preparing for a deep dive, prepping for a leap of faith, as I truly feel like the main tarot card for this reading should be the Fool card. You know, taking a leap of faith in the near future in regards to a move of resonance, a new career choice. It could be, you know, taking a big leap with a specific somebody. Even if it's an individual change in your life, I feel like you're prepping for it this week. You're truly getting ready for it, even if it's not happening just yet, okay? I'm hearing spreading your wings towards what you deserve, okay? Let's pull the main part of the reading from the Light Seers deck. I just saw the Nine of Pentacles at the split deck. There's a snake in the grass is what they're saying. Do tread carefully and trust your instincts, your intuition when it comes to who you're wrapping yourself up with at this time, or who's approaching you, even if it's just a text message or two, okay? I do feel like a lot of Aquarians out there need to clear their voice, apparently, but as well are feeling a bit depleted, but motivated all the meanwhile, feeling ready to embark upon this new beginning, this fresh start, this leap of faith, even if it's too soon. It's not the divine time for you to get it going, but also in a sense it kind of is, but in more of a preparation way. That was the weirdest wording, but you're going to find that you overword things this week. So maybe do your best to simplify it, okay? What do we have for Aquarius to continue? I just heard, wow, that's a lot, with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. A push to focus on your glow, okay? So we have the Four of Wands, the Emperor, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. These two first. It feels like things are falling into place. It feels like you have a lot of reasons to celebrate this week. The vibration is just very extravagant. That word keeps coming up in this set of weeklies. Being pushed to dance, to move to music, to make the world move, going back to that song, to prepare and develop, to create in the midst of what feels like an improvement within an existing situation, or replaced a very difficult situation from the recent past, okay? However it works for you, you're thinking thoroughly, planning, doing your research for this next move once again, but also on another note for this Emperor card, creating and developing through your business, your career choice, however it works for you. Could even be a hobby. They're saying business partner for some of you, and you're finding yourself being very successful in that manner. Seeing a lot of success as far as clientele coming in, a lot of positive increase in analytics, you know, numbers, seeing your business thriving, or people just complimenting you at your job. I also feel like your third eye is opening to a new fact about oneself throughout this week. It's going to be key to fully grasp this and understand this, and even fully more so understand it moving forward before you can take this leap of faith in the near future. Okay. I'm hearing 6 months to a year down the line for the majority of you. It could be potentially a little bit sooner, but I do feel like that Spirit's saying that's the range of time that you'll be able to fully embark upon what is meant for you. Okay. But what you're dealing with now is meant for you temporarily. Okay. So with the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, things feel a bit heavy, a bit bland. It feels like where you're at is meant for you at this time, but it's either reminding you of the past too much, or it's just not light enough for you. It's not pleasant enough, or isn't perfect for you in the long run. Okay. You could find that your spirituality is very heightened at this time throughout the week, and therefore things are feeling a bit heavy in one way, shape, or form. You're being pushed to recognize that if you're traveling in the midst of this leap of faith, okay, or you could be traveling a lot in the future in general, to make sure to plan to prep to travel lightly. All right, doesn't mean you have to get rid of all your stuff or just even downgrade in that sense, but it does mean that you need to try not to overload on the shopping, in the upcoming weeks and the upcoming months, or not sort of think about any huge purchases until you do what you got to do. All right, or just plan to travel lightly in one way, shape, or form. It does feel like a lot of communication takes place, especially towards the end of the week, or for some of you, the entire week. It's a week where things feel very fast-paced in certain ways, but very slowly paced in others. You could find that you're just moving at a different pace, a different vibration, than a lot of the people you're wrapped up with are just crossing paths with. And that's okay. It's a reminder that you are where you are for a reason, but it could mean that you just need to be elsewhere again in the near future, or in the future in general. Let's keep pulling. You'll see things taking place or just appearing in pairs throughout the week, oddly enough, as we did hold up two pairs of, two separate pairs of cards. Anyways, pulling separately for the Four of Wands and the Emperor, we have the Strength card. A reminder that you are only showing a portion of who you truly are within on a soul level, but people like what they have to see. You're being reminded how strong you are through this transformation, through this transitional period, if you will. But with the Page of Pentacles coming out for the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, you're reminded that that's the whole reason, or this is the whole reason why you're getting ready to invest in something financially. But it feels like for some of you, you could have just invested in something financially to upgrade, or to change things up, to switch things up. And therefore you already are feeling as if there's another one on the horizon, okay? It's potentially, I'm hearing it's definitely going to involve money, this leap of faith in one way, shape, or form, but it'll be worth it, okay? So, excuse me, once again, clear your voice. A push this week to think about how much money you need to save, to prep for it, to get ready for, to make sure to guarantee that this change in the future is going to be successful. For whatever reason, it's just a huge focus this week. Okay, you may feel like you're going on a bit of a balancing act at times, trying to accomplish everything, trying to be a one-man or a one-woman show. Okay, strive and a reach for your independence once again, but it feeling like you need to just put that other foot down, the other leg down, and just ground oneself, balance oneself out, and understand that when it's time for you to charge towards this next dream of yours, it'll feel like it's lightning, okay? But all the meanwhile, it just feels like you're presenting a level of work this week. Once again, going back to that Emperor card, even though it's not clarifying it, and people are just seeing a whole different side of you, or just very, very much impressed, or both, okay? One for the middle here, we have the Queen of Wands, feeling quite victorious center week, the center point in the week. Midway through the week to try it for a third time. I'm now hearing third time's the charm. You feel quite victorious. You feel passionate. You're having they're saying a Yahoo kind of moment, as we have her hand up in the air here. Glowing, to say the least, that fire within you feeling lit to an extent, and you sort of helping other people light their fire within them as well, or to keep it going, to keep moving, to keep doing what's right for them. a very inspirational vibe, to say the least. Going back to the overall message, you're preparing for a deep dive, and it's a week where you need to accept that, yeah, you're ready. Yeah, you're remembering and being pushed to flash back to the past to a certain extent, but it's all out of preparation for this deep dive, this leap of faith that is going to transform your life for the better. Okay, so let's answer your question. Bear with me. For Aquarius. Alrighty, you're getting a yes for your question. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the options are down below. Just reach out via email. I hope you have an amazing week. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.